Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. Let's go. So this is XRP versus XLM Stellar and Ripple being part of the digital asset, as long as the Apex news about XRP and that Apex event that they are planning. So let's get to it. Start the screen share here. Let's see. Wrong window. Okay, here we go. So thanks for joining on this Monday and to start the week off. So this is our sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Shout out to Caleb and Brown and the crypto brokerage. You can join and they give you an actual broker to help you with your crypto deals, and they're regulated. So they're not going to have any spam or pump and dumps or a lot of weird stuff to help you avoid some of the crypto pitfalls. Shout out to XRP, and see your main man got the hat on. So let's get to it. So going over to the Twitter page, don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner Twitter. And we have an AMA with Turbo tomorrow, but to XRP news. In case you missed it, in the years past, XRP Apex, XRPL Apex, the event to bring the XRP family together like no other. I'll be joining with Joe and Monica and many others on stage in Singapore, June 10th through the 12th. So I don't know if I'll make it, but just getting that information out to the XRP Army. Leave a like if you hold XRP until $100 and beyond. So people are saying big news for XRP, and XRP could possibly push up to $100. Let me know in the comments if you think that's feasible. I think $5 this bull run, or maybe more, but $100 is kind of pushing it. But keeping it moving, Bloomberg's Eric dropped to 2025 crypto ETF odds. Litecoin 90%, Dogecoin 75%, Solana 70, and XRP 65. XRP is moving up in the rankings. So Litecoin got Canary and Grayscale, Solana, Grayscale, Vanek, 21 shares, Canary and Bitwise. XRP, Grayscale, Bitwise, Canary, 21 shells, and Wisdom Tree. Filed on the 30th. 19B4 acknowledged, not yet. Acknowledged date is 2/13/25. So I think that's Thursday, actually. And they got a 65% chance. So let me know what you guys think about that. The XRP and the ETF odds. This is Good Morning Crypto. In America, digital asset market cap number one is XRP. Number two is Solana, Dodge, 88, Link, AVAX, SUI, and XLM. So you see XRP is one, XLM is 8, and people are selling XML to buy XRP. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. Just in 425,000 RLUSD minted at the RLUSD Treasury. So let's see here. This is the notification. Transfer 225,000. So XRP or RLUSD is on the move. If you like, if you want to create XRP on the Joe Rogan show, breaking, XRP has officially listed Bank of America on its website, highlighting their connection. Additionally, Bank of America holds the patent that refers to utilizing XRP as a bridge asset for cross-border payments. Just in, the NASDAQ has officially submitted a proposal rule change to the SEC to list and trade shares of CoinShares XRP ETF Trust. So the ETF is around the corner. XRP market cap doesn't matter. My official predictions. So let's see what.
Worth $1 to $2 quadrillion. Most people think XRP can't hit $10,000 because of market cap. Market cap doesn't apply to XRP the way you think. It's built for high-speed transactions, settling in 3 to 5 seconds. This means the same XRP can be reused up to 50 times per day. Moving $1 trillion daily needs just $20 billion in liquidity, not $1 trillion. Now, picture a tokenized global economy worth $1 to $2 quadrillion. If XRP handles just 10%, that's trillions in daily settlements. To support this, XRP's price must reach $10,000 or more. Here's another factor. XRP's circulating supply is limited to 53 billion tokens. For global liquidity, the price must be high enough to handle massive volumes. With institutions, CBDCs, and governments adopting XRP, demand will only grow. Here's why market cap doesn't matter. XRP's value isn't speculation. Its utility. It facilitates massive global transactions efficiently. The price must reflect this demand, not an arbitrary market cap calculation.
Now, here's what most people don't understand about XRP. It's not just another cryptocurrency, it's a game changer in global finance. That's why the concept of market cap as a limiting factor does not apply. It came from people who tried to apply that metric to crypto to try to force people to see crypto as a security. XRP will be like oil or gold, where demand dictates price. There's no market cap with oil. Each barrel's price is dictated by demand. Now, the real growth for XRP is going to come from outside the United States. In regions like Asia, banks are actively seeking out cheaper, more efficient ways to send money. XRP provides the best solution here. Ripple has already established partnerships with banks in that region. As more banks outside the United States integrate XRP, we're going to see the price rapidly rise to well past $20. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts in the
That's another price prediction. He says well past $20. So let me know what you guys think about that. This is breaking news. Ripple partnership brings cross-border payments to Portugal and Brazil. Buying XRP before banks start using its easy money. Drop a heart and share. Recently, XLUSD supply doubled and drove over 400 million in volume. Most don't understand the scale of XRP stablecoin strategy. Soon it could include $4 trillion Japanese economy. Here's what you need to know about XRP and the next stage of growth.
The bigger guys partnering with the smaller innovative companies. Ripple, way back in 2016, partnered with SBI, one of the largest and most successful banking conglomerates here and really across a lot of financial services here in Japan. And that's been a really successful partnership for us and for them. So we feel like it makes sense to when you enter some of these markets to partner with some of the bigger guys. And that's true in Korea, that's true in Japan. Depending on what market you go into, we try to figure out what's the best way to enter.
Especially here in Japan, we've talked about regulation being a bit more clear, but also the government has been very active in setting those regulations. At the same time, we're headed towards a presidential election for the ruling Liberal Democratic Party. Do you have any views on the potential that this market could change?
Well, actually, while I've been here in Japan, I've met with regulators, I've met with the FSA, I've met with elected representatives. And what I've heard consistently is a desire to lean into these technologies. Bigger guys partnering with the smaller innovative companies. Ripple, way back in 2016, partnered with SBI, one of the largest and most successful banking conglomerates here and really across a lot of financial services here in Japan. And that's been a really successful partnership for us and for them. So
So shout out to Brad Gens in the house about the partnership with Japan. And let's go back to this video and see what he's talking about.
A already successful career in Silicon Valley as an executive. A lot of things you could be doing. Why come to Ripple?
I first got intrigued by what Ripple is doing
in part because I'd already been exposed to Bitcoin. And in around 2012, 2013, I had bought Bitcoin and thought, well, was interesting, but I was always concerned that one of the limiting factors for Bitcoin's success was this idea of anti-government, anti-bank. And I always felt like if we're going to rewire how financial infrastructure works, it's not going to be through a parallel system. It's going to be by improving the existing system. And so when I first heard about Ripple, I was compelled in part because it felt much more smarter. And let's work with the system. Let's work with governments. Let's work with banks. I'll also say, like Monica, I think we're all drawn to people and things where you want to be a part of something bigger than you, and you want to put your kind of dent in the universe, to borrow something that Steve Jobs used to say. And Ripple always felt to me, and the idea was, it was big. The idea of rewiring how financial infrastructure worked. And Chris Larson is a human who has a lot of passion, and I was drawn in by that passion and the opportunity to put my own dent in the universe. And I think we've been fortunate to assemble a team. But also, again, what's so exciting to me and powerful about being here is it's more than just Ripple. It's all of the XRP community, and seeing that community thrive and grow and evolve has really been a source of a lot of gratification and excitement.
No doubt. No doubt.
Shout out to Brad in that explanation there. And this is the XRP Ledger Services. So this is CEO Ripple with the clock signed for XRP ETFs. CTF admitting stablecoin can be used immediately. SEC acknowledges date to approve all XRP ETFs February 13th. So get your money ready. Get ready to grab one of these XRP ETFs, because I'm definitely will. The riddle for Ripple, the heart sign on the 14th. On the top of the purple mountain showing the number 2, meaning February. Data lawyer named Jeremy Hogan said in order for all XRP ETFs to be approved, Ripple case must end. And this is the article about CTF announced crypto CEO to discuss a launch of digital asset pilot tokens collateral. The group found there was no need for regulatory or rule changes. So just seeing the XRP USD to begin using immediately. So now to the meat of the article. This is XRP versus XLM, Stellar versus Ripple. And we know what Stellar is, crypto created by the Stellar Development Foundation, FDF, a nonprofit organization used to send and receive and trade other assets. Lumen XLM powers the Stellar network and its operations, just as Ethereum powers, or Ether, actually, it's ETH. The Ether powers the Ethereum network. Unlike Stellar Lumina, XRP is backed by a private commercial organization, Ripple, which is also a kind of payment gateway, RippleNet, and using exchange and digital asset in real time. Offers a low transaction fee, high throughput, fast execution. It is for the main reason that many viewers it as an alternative for traditional finance systems. Indeed, while international money transfers, especially with the world's expensive and long, XRP seems like the manta from heaven. So this is the price charts. Let's see here. XRP, XLM pricing determined by the speed of propaganda of the Stellar network. The more Stellar used, the higher the price of Lumina will be. The Stellar blockchain is one of the best and obvious, driven by its partnership. Stellar's price is 25 cents versus XRP was 75 cents, but this must be an older article they reposted. So the big differences is XRP's target audience is banks and financial institutions versus XLM with individual banks and financial institutions. Management is a commercial company. Stellar is a nonprofit organization. Decentralized, no, and Stellar is. It's this algorithm, XRP Ledger Consensus Protocol, Stellar Consensus Protocol. Confirmation time 3 to 4 seconds. Stellar 2 to 5 seconds. Bandwidth is 1,500 transactions per second versus 1,000. Transaction cost is 4 0 5 zeros and a 1 XRP. XML is 4 zeros. 1 2 3 4 zeros and a 1 2 3 4 5 zeros and a 2 USD, and this is 5 zeros and an 8. So XRP is faster, cheaper, and has more throughput. So we already know that's faster technology, and I'll have that on the Twitter page as well. So moving forward, the U.S. government might include XRP in the digital asset reserve. Attorney Hogan challenged several crypto enthusiasts, particularly Bitcoin, perceive the government involvement in digital assets. The recall that Bitcoin claimed XRP is not suitable for a reserved asset. The argument that Ripple's large holding of XRP poses a centralization risk from its potential adoption as a reserve asset. Recent post attorney Hogan faulted that the critics evaluating XRP's potential involvement in the U.S. digital asset strategic reserve solely from a crypto point of view. He suggests that these detractors are focused on whether XRP decentralized and other related assets. This is Hogan. Let me just throw out for a thought on XRP as part of the U.S. digital asset reserve. Almost everyone on crypto X is looking for an issue from a crypto perspective. Is it decentralized? How many validators chosen? None of them really matter to the federal government. Of course, why the government could adopt XRP as a reserve. Lawyers suggest that should the government include XRP in a potential reserve is because it believes the coin can serve as a hedge against some of future contingents. Additionally, the attorney asserted that the government can have better foresight more than Bitcoin opponents about potential global economic shifts requiring a XRP store in the future, highlighting the possibility of U.S. government taking control of Ripple. The company jeopardizes the XRP ledger. According to him, this move would be similar to U.S. government's acts during World War III. Currently, the government has not decided whether to create a national digital reserve or whether crypto will be featured. However, a presidential group working is already evaluating the risk and benefits of this initiative. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. So back to Stellar. Which one should you choose? At a glance, XRP focuses on fast, low cost international transfers, aims to provide affordable transfers for individuals, especially developing countries. XRP is more centralized, targeting bank sector, while Stellar is decentralized, focusing on accessibility. Both shares similarly like distributed ledger technology, fast transactions, and private nodes. The overview, Ripple and Stellar have similar blockchains. Because of that, many people end up comparing the two. The two are altcoins and have been around for more than 6 years. But when one Bitcoin reached level 20,000, Stellar and Ripple have also gained a lot of traction. Both Stellar and Ripple have founded by the same individual, Jed McLean, collaborated with Ryan in order to make Ripple and XRP as a goal of a crypto network that didn't rely on the same energy consuming as Bitcoin. Later on, McLean and the rest of the team at Ripple started having major disagreements. As a result, decided to leave, and after that, co-founded Joyce Kim started Stellar in 2024. So this is some more comparisons, differences, similarities, which is right for you. It may be hard to choose between Stellar and Ripple cryptos, but your decision should be based on a long, near-term SEC action outcome. XRP is removed from some of the largest exchanges. As a result, exchanging a coin that will have more limitations. There will be less volume of potential whale because the lawsuit is ongoing. It will be much harder for XRP to reach its full potential as lawsuits filed against Ripple took place because it sold $1.3 billion in unregistered securities. So focusing on XLM may be a better decision, at least for 2021. Stellar will grow the platform more and more, and there's more partnerships coming. Therefore, the coin get more traction slowly but surely. When this happens, is XLM. Boo. Final thoughts. Both technologies, XRP, have gained more transits over the years, and XRP is the one that's gained capital overall. It is more focused on banks, while XLM larger individuals instead. But since there's no ongoing lawsuit, people now XRP may be affected, which may give XLM a chance to get a step ahead. If you invest in one of them, XLM might be the better option. So noted. So let's check the bubbles real quick. Actually, let's click to this video. This guy's talking about the XLM, then we'll go back to the bubbles.
I sold all of my XLM to buy more XRP. Everyone is selling XLM and they're buying more XRP right now because Stellar Lumens just tweeted, imagine spending more on lawyers than developers and calling it progress. And they were speaking about Ripple XRP. So right now there is massive drama between Stellar Lumens and Ripple XRP, and a lot of people are selling XLM to buy more XRP right now. But you watching, do you like XRP or XLM more? Which one do you like? Leave your comments down below. I want to hear from all of you because a lot of people are selling XLM and they're buying XRP right now because also of this thread right here from Ripple's CTO, David Schwartz, from a few years ago. And basically it was titled, Why Did Jed McCaleb Leave Ripple to Start Stellar Lumens? And basically right here, he says that Jed had a long string of bad ideas that Ripple board of directors refused to implement. So Jed started Ripple Stellar based on those ideas. Jed wanted Ripple to do a Facebook giveaway. Ripple would not do that. So that was one of the first things Stellar did. The giveaway was generally considered a disaster, as it became clear that each of his rejected ideas were bad. Stellar pivoted to become a clone of Ripple. Jed tried to dump his XRP quickly, and Ripple acted to stop him through a series of lawsuits. Thanks to Ripple's refusal, Jed's XRP will probably be worth more than $1 billion. He will probably be the only person to become a self-made billionaire despite his best efforts. When companies solicit investors, those investors get stock with voting rights. Some of them get seats on directors, and you bring on smart people to help you make on good decisions. Heck, Jed brought in Chris to be the CEO. Jed's reaction to not getting his way on these issues was to publicly say bad things about Ripple, the company, and to start a competitor, Ripple instead. In my opinion, unless you think the company is doing something illegal or severely immoral, Betraying your investors and employees that way is unconscionable. Note that this is not a comment on what Stellar is doing now or their likelihood of success. It was just about why Jed McCaleb started Stellar and how he started Stellar. I was there, but I cannot claim to be unbiased. This is just the parts about which I am relatively certain. There are things that I suspect that are even worse. So this thread that has now resurfaced in the past few days has resurfaced the discussion of XRP versus Stellar. A lot of people are saying that Ripple XRP is much better than Stellar Lumens, and that Stellar Lumens XLM is just a copycat. It's a clone of Ripple XRP. So what do you think? Yes, you watching. Leave your comment down below because this is huge right now. A lot of people are literally selling XLM to buy more XRP. Now, me personally, I have both, and I'm going to continue holding both no matter what. I'm not selling Stellar or Ripple XRP. If you hold XLM, destroy the like button right now, and XRP also show your support because XRP today, right now, breaking news, NASDAQ has sought SEC's approval to list CoinShares' XRP Litecoin ETFs. Today, right now, breaking news, this is huge because the XRP versus SEC lawsuits will also come to an end very soon. And there is a lawyer in the XRP community named Jeremy Hogan, this guy right here, and he says that the case, the lawsuit, will be settled before the ETF approval. So the fact that today NASDAQ has approved or has filed an XRP ETF with the SEC, this is huge because this means that before the ETF is approved, the SEC lawsuit will come to an end. So that means we have two huge milestones, the SEC lawsuit ending and the XRP ETF coming soon. So right now, XRP at $2.50, I believe we can easily make new all-time highs very soon. And also tomorrow, Tuesday, today, depending on when you're watching this video, there is a hearing, a subcommittee on digital assets, financial technologies, and artificial intelligence in the United States, in the Congress. And this is huge because this is basically titled A Golden Age of Digital Assets. So the US government is literally telling you that a golden age of digital assets is coming. So this is huge. And they're charting a path forward. XRP and XLM will both be huge winners, and that's why I hold both of them, okay? I did not sell any of my XLM. I did not sell XRP. I'm holding both for the long term, and the future looks extremely bright because also, for example, Japan's financial service agency is now considering adding XRP as an official financial product, and a startup founded by a city alumni has launched XRP-backed securities. Yes, this RDC, the Receipts Depository Corporation, was created by a city alumni and now has XRP-backed securities, which is absolutely huge news. And even though David Schwartz said all of this about Jed McCaleb and Stellar Lumens XLM, he basically said that this is not a comment on Stellar's success or its future, right? Stellar Lumens and XRP, both of them, XLM and XRP, will both be huge winners in the next few months, years, and decades. Both of them are revolutionizing the crypto world, the digital asset space, and both of them are based here in the United States, and both of them are extremely important. So XLM family, XRP army, I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Until next time, the AI man.
Out to who is this? Crypto AI man. Interesting. So let's move on to my main man. Let me see which one. Let's see this article real quick from Stockmo. Then we'll go to the newer video.
Talking about some other ones on there, and that, you know, that plays into it. Now, in my calculations of the best US based cryptos to buy now, I'm looking at what gives me the biggest bang for the buck and how does that move? How do we get these cryptos to move? I don't want to hear the same thing I hear from every crypto project out there. Seems like there's 100 new ones every single day. And I'll stick to my original that we will see 2 to 3 dozen cryptos make up over 90% of the market cap, and the rest will just be hardly anything. And once in a blue moon, we'll see a new project come along that's fantastic. Not often. So with that being said, which ones are going to be in that top, say 36? And I do believe XRP will dominate. It's not just going to be in the top 36. It's possible moving forward that this thing could run all the way to the top. We don't know. It would take a lot of exposure around the world, transactions around the world, use that XRP. Ooh, we need that. But for now, this is how it's going to move. People demanding it through the ETFs. The more ETFs out there around the world, the more demand. It's spot holdings. It's huge. Of course, the transactions, we want that around the world as well. They continue to develop. Man, the treasury thing. Oh, there's so many different things out there. I'm so pumped for this. We're going to find out how it goes. All right. Grayscale files for XRP ETF. I get it. All right. We need BlackRock out there doing the same thing. Get BlackRock involved, Grayscale involved. Oh boy, money will flow. Clear regulatory instructions out there. All of this and more is going to happen over the next few quarters. I don't think it's going to take a year. So under a year, if that makes those who are like, come on, I need it now. Under a year. By Christmas, the present you're going to be opening up is hopefully tons of profits, folks. What's Santa leave us? Not a big turd this year. Big gains, and that's what we want. Maybe key to a Lambo. I don't know. So the first one I got on there is XRP. We'll look at some charts here at the end. Next of the best US cryptos to buy now. Well, I already talked about something here, didn't I? A little bit of Solana in there. Oh, I like that Solana. If you have Solana ETFs out there that could be rolling in, of course, you know I'm going to go with Solana. I'm throwing Solana in the list. It is fantastic. It is one that I've been talking about. It gives us anything in the DeFi space. I love the ones with utility. I love. I'm not trying. And now hold on before I say this, because I will own some probably in the portfolio as well. I don't like to go out there and put a ton of cash in the crazy plays at super small cap. They're running 50 to 100% a day, down 50 to 90% the next day. Very little utility. I like the ones that have growth written all over them. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to roll the dice on some of them smaller ones, because I'm going to. And that's why I tell you to hit the like, hit the subscribe, because family, we're just getting started. If some of them blow up, man, we could make 10 to 100 times. But I go in knowing most likely they won't. But there's always a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Oh, Dumb and Dumber may not have been that dumb after all. All right, so I like Solana. Follow the money. Follow the money. See what's going on.
So shout out to Stock Mo. I just wanted to play that part of the video where he mentioned that Solana and XRP would be the top American token, and definitely XRP would take us to the promised land. Let's look at the numbers from close some of these out before we get into that. So Casper's up 11.1%. Litecoin's up 12.3. I might need to get my Litecoin miner back going. AIXBT's up 16.3. Barcoin is still pushing up to 22%. AI 16Z's up 19%. Swarm is up 14.4. ADA is up 9.6. Cardano XPX is up 8%. XRP is up 2.6 to $2.46. Snake is up 8%. Mr. Miggles is down 10%. Virtuals is up 12.2. Sui is up 8. Osmosis 6.2. Gala 6.8. Hint 14.1. Radiant up 16.1. GigaChat's up 9%. Okay. Bittender's up 14. Prime's up 14. Actually, Bittender's up 12.4. And I think that's it for the bubbles. Currently, XRP is down 0.5, 0.2%. 2.4, 24 hours, 141.2 billion market cap. So we'll look at the charts real quick. A 15-minute chart showing a couple of green candles, a MACD cross, and it's losing volume. Looks like the MACD is about to cross again. So there might be a push up in the morning. On the hour chart, MACD's actually close, and they've been building volume on the hour and has a green candle. Still bouncing around that resistance at $2.44. It might push up, but on the 4-hour chart, we got a green candle, got 2 green candles. Okay. And there's volume building on the 4-hour chart as well. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to pump before the ETF gets approved, or do you think it's going to go crazy once those ETFs get approved? I don't know. Just trying to see. Let me know if you guys like the hat as well. But just trying to see what's going on. Let's go back to stock mode real quick, and then we'll keep it moving.
Place. Check this out. Let's get a little hopium, and I got a big announcement again. We are starting some big things tomorrow with the US-based crypto portfolio. Folks, giddy up. We're about to start. For those who have not done it, hit that first link down below. Get over to Kraken, get it funded. I'll be releasing that tomorrow in the afternoon video. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the like. Get this over 1,000 likes quickly. And this is, I know you're going to see this title here, and you see the $700,000 Bitcoin, $16,000 Ethereum in 2025. And of course, you have other people saying, whoa, hold on here. We see Bitcoin going to 70K. So is it 700K or 70K? Now, if you said which one seems more likely, obviously 70K being just a little bit off and 700K being, 9 times current price, woo, the hopium is being passed. And we're going to look into this because I'm not here to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm here to talk about XRP. And so for those riding the Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is some really good hopium. If you're following Bill, if you're going with Arthur, I don't know. I don't like that one at all. And we're going to look at the charts on this. And there's a lot to consider, because if we see Bitcoin go 700K, I've already said it before that I expect to see XRP do twice the gain that you would have on Bitcoin. So if we had Bitcoin go 7 times current value, I would expect 14 times current value for XRP. And that is a nice chunk of change right there. We'd be over $30-something a pop, and absolutely doable. And so we'll look more into this. But hey, big announcement. You guys know I got the Kraken thing going. So first link down below, get over Kraken, sign up. I'll be releasing that tomorrow, my US-based crypto portfolio, which is going to hopefully take advantage of the zero capital gains and some of the other things out there that I'm going to talk about in this video. Basically what Bill's saying with M2 and all this other stuff, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to try to help you out. And number 2, folks, it's back. Click the second link and check this out. Boom. 50% off your first month is back. And of course, I'll be releasing her up. All right. Bold prediction. $100,000 Bitcoin. Let's just go through this. And I see what he's saying. I don't know if it pushes it that far up. All right. Bold prediction, 700,000. And here's the beauty of this. He says in the current cycle, and as they go through it, explain that the U.S. government's economic policies under Trump would likely trigger a massive liquidity injection, which if that is the case, he's saying they're going to just print. You know, that one where you got Jay Powell just shooting the money gun out there. Well, that's what they're calling from. And if they do that, it will push cryptos way, way higher. And they're not wrong. And I don't know if they go all the way up to 700,000 for Bitcoin, and that would mean XRP into the 30s, in my opinion. But man, oh man, if that is the case, folks, is this one of them buy the dips and enjoy the rip? or are we being bamboozled here? I don't know. Alongside the need to refinance more than $7 trillion in debt, so they see all of this and they're wondering. And as he describes, it could start in Q1, as early as Q1. And as a base case, he's saying Bitcoin's going to hit 350,000, Ethereum hitting 8,000. He knows the high-end scenarios, 700,000, 16,000, and Solana 900 in this cycle as well. Where does it go? When is this going to happen? Is this 2025? And they believe it could start ramping up this quarter, which means the end of March. By the end of March, possibly, I've said it before, do not be surprised if we start to see a little bit of consolidation and moving up after the first or second week of February. We're in the second week of February, so there's a lot of things happening out there. But then there's people
XRP
who do not
holders,
believe what he's talking
Elon
about with
Musk
the
kept
M2.
his
And I'm going to show you he's on the right path. But before we do, I want to show you a little negative. I want to counterbalance this, and then we're going to get into the charts, and you're going to see what I'm talking about here. Hayes expect Bitcoin's price to retest levels seen in the fourth quarter of 2024. It could fall down to 70 to 75,000 before moving higher. So I think they both agree that we're eventually going to move higher. It is how low do we go before we start that flow higher? All right. And this may be a case of getting rich slow with Mo. That means paying before the gain, buying a dip before the rip. And you just don't know. But I can tell you this. I like what Billy's telling us. Check it out. So I went out, I went to the Fed site, wanted to find M2. Now, I don't think they mentioned M2 in that article, but M2, that's showing us the money in circulation. So as we get out here, we noticed that we kind of bottomed out here in the end of 2023. And they wanted to really, because they printed a ton of money. Look at this, through COVID. And then we're going to slow down. We're going to get back. And now, look at this. Since that end of 2023, all the way into where we're at, they have been printing, my friends, printing about 5% more. And that is good news. So if they get to a point where they start just turning on those printers, folks, they could be right. And that would help to push that crypto price higher and higher and higher. I've said it before. If we come over here, look at the overall prices of what we got going on. Crypto is at 3.31 trillion. I like his argument. I also showed you the Standard Chartered argument that by the end of 2026, we would have a market of 10 trillion if we had a red wave in the elections, which we did. And you are already starting to see some of the things that we're looking for from President Trump. We got David Sachs. We got Paulie, old Unky Paulie Atkins in the family. Got KIN in his name. He's kin, man. So we got a lot of good things going on. But it's going to take time. Everything in D.C. is slow. I think Senator Scott said that he'd like to have that crypto bill within the first 100 days. So that's working. We got 180 days for Trump to figure out the whole strategic stockpile, strategic reserve asset, all that, not more, to get the ideas for that. So the first 6 months, in my mind, is kind of the changes where they're going through it all. And if we're correct, that would make sense, because the next 6 months should be massive information coming out, bills being passed or already passed, the strategic stockpile, whatever strategic reserve asset, and what about zero capital gains on U.S.-based crypto? All of this and more. The stock, the spot ETFs, staking being allowed for cryptos in these spot ETFs, and more. So I just gave you a ton of positive possibilities moving forward that we could see things run. Where are we? So if I show you this chart, let me show you this. Watch this. If I said, hey, how's that chart look? You'd say, that's crappy. That's terrible, Mo. It's just dropping. But if you come out and you say, hold on now, how's this chart? Well, we broke out of the resistance and we came back into the channel, but we never dipped down to the support. You're right. If we can stay above and just kind of ride this up, and you can see we're connected, making a new kind of a support moving higher, we got to get back above the 50. Now, the worst thing I can tell you, that 13 drop below the 50 is never good. That is never good. That usually leads to some big red candles. If I'm playing things like this, I usually play that as a negative. But I'm long term this, and I like the catalysts that are going to come out through this year. Just got to be patient. It's going to be it's going to be a long 10 months here, 10 and a half months counting February. But so far, all you got to do, when in doubt, zoom out. Remember, folks, just a couple of weeks ago, we were down at 50 cents. We're up to 241 right now. And of course, we're coming off those lows just a couple of days ago at $1.70-ish. And people bought off of there, rode it up. If you're with me on XRP, put XRP and where you're from in the comments. Let's get this one over 1,000 likes, because I understand what they're saying with the whole injection of money, of liquidity, and that would push these higher. And as Trump in his office continue to try to get these rates down, the long dated treasuries, the 10-year, all that good stuff, man alive, we are going to have an opportunity to see those rates come down. And as they drop, and think about the stablecoin bill, they were trying to tokenization treasuries. They already know, they mentioned it multiple times, that this could drive down yields as well. When yields come down, you are going to go ahead and see more money flowing into crypto. We are not there yet. You are not seeing them collapse down. Now, when we do, and if, I should always say if, we never know, but when you got the entire government working towards that goal, in my mind, it's not if, it's when. Now, the only thing I think the markets are not liking are the tariffs. So they're kind of watching what's going on with them, pricing in everything. And as they are either solved or more come about, you are either going to have a rebound or a move lower. And that is where the other guy saying 70-something thousand for Bitcoin could happen just may get what he is predicting. It all comes down to a lot of the things that we can't control, even the technicals. When it comes to tariffs, the threat of inflation going higher, the Fed having to keep rates higher, that's the opposite of what we've just been talking about, getting those yields down and everything else. So if the tariffs actually create more inflation and push that, the yields, rates, all that good stuff go crazy, well then, my friends, we have a whole different ball game to talk about and to consider, and that's not what we need. So right now, I believe you would see, if they're right. And what did they say, folks? Let's get that hopium back out here. $700,000 Bitcoin. That means I'm calling for 14 times current price on XRP. If they're correct, that would push us. Woo! Let's go. 32 to 30. We'll just say $33 XRP. And man, that would be awesome. Did they give a date for that? Wow, just the cycle, right? So they didn't actually say by the end of this year. Ooh, they said it could start this year though. Ooh, that is interesting. And you can read this, but man, oh man, yeah, they didn't give us a time frame except at the end of the cycle. So let me know what you think down below in terms of where this thing is going to go. We'll be back in the normal studios after this video. Man, oh man, that is some crazy stuff out there. I hope we do get to see it this year. And I'd be satisfied getting Bitcoin to 150, because that tells me we're on the right streak. We're in that consolidation. We got to get through this unknown stuff out there, and we'll talk about it. Now, if you haven't done it, click that first link, get over to Kraken and sign up. I'll be starting that tomorrow. And
So shout out to Stock Mo. What is up, Sith Lord? Sith Lord, where you at? What time is it? I know it's late here, right? It's 10 o'clock in Central Time, so I'm not sure where you are. I think you mentioned you are in Texas as well. Well, that makes sense. It's late, but it ain't that late. But as Stock Mo said, when in doubt, zoom out. But that is definitely big news for XRP Ripple. And I just saw this pop up while I was looking at that video. So I'm kind of anxious to see. Literally every time I look up, there's something new. Big altcoin Ripple XRP Portugal. What? What is this?
I've got big.
And we'll come back and this is just shocked everyone with JP Morgan with XRP.
Promise plus JP Morgan talking about XRP ETF being approved. We'll talk about that. Is that real, fake? What's happening with that? Does JP Morgan care about XRP? Yes or no? Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out the good vibes. Smishity, smash that like button, and let's get into it. So, currently, XRP is sitting at $2.42. XRP is up 1.35%. XRP is sitting here with the rest of the crypto market. You got Bitcoin up 1%, Ethereum up 1.5%. So XRP is in line with the total crypto market. It will be.
And Sith Lord, I completely missed your message. I am tripping. Ripple pre-IPO is selling over $114 a share. And where is this pre-IPO, if you mind, or don't mind mentioning? And where did you see that at? Because I've been checking to see Ripple, see if we can find that IPO as well. And if not, I'll look it up in a second, but let's get back. Just wanted to make that note about the IPO. Let's get back to Money Maker and see what he's talking about.
Be interesting to see if, like we've been talking about the past few days, does Trump say something? Does he move the market? Does he not move the market? And of course, we have tomorrow the Fed chairman going to be testifying on Congress, and Wednesday we have the CPI, and Thursday the PPI. So there's a lot of things that could rock the market this week, but so far so good, right? We didn't see a crash like we had seen previously in previous CPI weeks, so at least that, right? At least that. So, what did Elon Musk do, and how could this affect the cryptocurrency market and maybe XRP going forward? So, Justin, Tesla reports increasing its Bitcoin holdings to 11,509 Bitcoin. So, if you didn't know, Elon Musk gave a pause on buying more Bitcoin for Tesla. He said that Bitcoin was too detrimental from an environment standpoint, and if it would get under a specific threshold, then he would start buying again. And I think it's been like 6 months since it's under that threshold. So now we're getting that update that they have bought more Bitcoin. This is filed with the SEC, and he kept his promise. So this is important because we know that Elon is pro crypto. He's going to have a lot of effect, and he already has a lot of effect on the government. And of course, his X app is going to hopefully potentially be the everything app, and there's going to have payments as well. And so he's showing us already that he's back on the crypto choo-choo train here, and there's high probability that crypto will be integrated into the payment app. So that is going to be very, very important for crypto going forward, and maybe XRP will be part of that as a payment opportunity. Some people will say, why would you use your XRP to make a payment? Okay, that's valid. But XRP is being created to be used. And yes, many people buy XRP in order to have it as a conduit to potentially make fiat money, but other people look at it as a potential to actually use it. So that will be interesting going forward. And another interesting thing that he did, not really crypto related, but I wanted to share this with you. Elon Musk led group makes 97.4 billion bid for control of OpenAI. And Sam Altman answered him, "No, thank you, but we will buy Twitter for 9.74 billion if you want." So the AI wars start with we've had the crypto wars between XRP and Bitcoin, and XRP and Stellar. Now we have the AI wars. Did he, is he cheating on Grok? Why does he want open AI? Right, of course, they have a lot of data, but for now, Sam Altman rejected that. So that's going to be interesting to see, going forward, what happens there, and we'll continue to track what Elon is doing, because of course Elon is always interesting to the crypto market and he still has an effect. Although, Trump may have taken his pizzazz. Right? It used to be Elon would tweet something and the market would go crazy. Well, now it's Trump that tweets something and the market goes crazy. So he kind of took his responsibility there. But I think Elon's okay with it. I don't think he liked that responsibility, that when he tweets something, so the market reacts like that. I saw this tweet going around XRP Army community on X here, saying JP Morgan says SEC is very close to approving XRP ETFs and believes these ETFs will bring in $8 billion in net inflows, which translates to market cap increase of $200 billion for XRP. XRP's price would increase by 150% and reach $6 per token. At this point, it would also qualify for the US strategic crypto reserve. So this, I saw this, it's an article from Cryptonomist, and says JP Morgan supports the spot ETF on XRP. But this, was published today. I looked back and I saw that already in January 15th, they were talking about how JP Morgan predicts 4 to 8 billion XRP ETF prediction, now backed by a senior Bloomberg analyst, and that happened from Eric. And so Eric is one of the analysts that we go to when we look at ETF stuff. He's the one that predicted that we'd see an Ethereum ETF, that there was a higher probability when he shifted the probabilities from 25 to 75. And then Ethereum popped big time after that, his tweet. So he tweeted this back out in middle of January. I didn't see anything about this except this Cryptonomist article that says that JP Morgan supports the spot Bitcoin ETF. I didn't see that anywhere. According to JP Morgan, the SEC is now close to approving the spot XRP ETF. I didn't see anywhere else this headline. So I don't know if this is real or fake. We have to be very, very careful. There's a lot of misinformation, and especially on Twitter, this kind of thing pops up and then we see it, snowball like a fire, and it, goes all over Twitter. So we have to be careful with this. James Seraphat, which is another Bloomberg guy, right? He is, also someone top at Bloomberg, right? He says that he believes a Litecoin ETF has the highest chance of approval, since the SEC does not classify Litecoin as a security, unlike XRP and Sol that are currently still under that umbrella until maybe April, when we get the new SEC chairman. So I don't know where this information is coming from. It doesn't say source in this article. It doesn't say source or CEO of JP Morgan or anything like that. We know that Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, is pretty anti-crypto anyway. He's said on multiple occasions that he's anti-Bitcoin and anti-crypto. So, anything that comes out surrounding crypto and JP Morgan, you have to be a little bit skeptical. And so we'll see what happens with this XRP ETFs. Do they get approved? When they get approved? But it's kind of a double-edged sword, because we don't know if.
That's definitely the question of the day. Sith Lord, you're in California. Hotel California. What is that? What was that song? The other California song. What is it? California Dreaming, of course. But let's keep it moving. So I saw this pop up while we were watching that video. So apparently the JP Morgan with XRP prediction is nothing there. So we're pushing on over to Thinking Crypto. See what he has to say.
Big altcoin news for you. First, Ripple is expanding its payments infrastructure with the XRP ledger to Portugal and Brazil. This is huge news for XRP holders. And the New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, wants file for a Cardano spot ETF. Big news for ADA holders. And Telcoin is launching a digital bank in the state of Nebraska. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, after a weekend of having the flu, I'm feeling better and back to work. Thank you guys for being patient. There wasn't any content over the weekend. But, the market was really slow over the weekend as well. Not much happening. So there wasn't too much to report. And of course, it was the Super Bowl. So a lot of people were watching that. But guys, first, I want to start off with MetaPlanet, which is using MicroStrategy or strategy around Bitcoin, where they are leveraging debt to buy more Bitcoin. So they're located in Japan. They're publicly traded. And they have a plan to acquire 21,000 Bitcoin worth $2 billion by 2026. So we continue to see more companies are buying Bitcoin, adding it to their balance sheet. However, I've stated that if they use excessive amounts of leverage, I am concerned about that. And that goes for any asset class or market. We've seen this story before. You use too much leverage, it is not good. So hopefully these guys are doing the right thing and they have backup plans in case something goes wrong. But this is why we want to make sure we're taking profits in these bull markets, because you never know what could happen, guys. Black swan events, things that could trigger a collapse. I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen. I'm just being risk averse. And I'm thinking overall, what are the potential pitfalls here that may happen? Because we've seen it time and time again. Every bull market, something collapses, right? And once again, I don't want things to collapse, but humans are going to be humans. They're going to get greedy and euphoric, and they're going to use a lot of leverage. Same story, different cycle. So just keep that in mind. All right, we got big news around XRP. Here's the headline: XRP in focus as Ripple targets Portugal's crypto ecosystem in latest partnership. So Ripple's hitting the ground running now that we have a more favorable environment for crypto in the United States. And I don't blame them. I think everybody's getting going here in 2025, trying to grab as much market share as possible. So Ripple on Monday partnered with Portuguese currency exchange Unicambio, if I'm saying that right, to support instant international payments between Portugal and Brazil. Folks, those are big markets, especially Brazil. In Latin America and South America, huge opportunity. And I think a lot of crypto companies are trying to penetrate these markets and get as much market share as possible. And absolutely makes sense that Ripple's going in there. And they said here, Ripple Payments uses the XRP ledger where users can send and receive different currencies. So the XRP ledger was built for this, to be able to move money in different currencies, whether they're using the RLUSD stablecoin or they're using XRP as the bridge asset. So not every country is going to use XRP directly as a bridge asset. They may use stablecoins, or they may use Ripple's blockchain technology just for messaging. So keep that in mind. But Ripple's building its network, and they're going to get more people to use the XRP ledger. XRP haters are punching air right now. We share the news and the facts, right, guys? So Unicambio's corporate customers can move funds and settle payments in minutes using the service, which Ripple said was in its foray into the Portuguese market. Here's a quote from Casey Craddock, managing director of UK and Europe at Ripple. Portugal has developed a thriving crypto ecosystem, so we are delighted to open up our payment solution to partners there. Guys, from the different entrepreneurs and innovators I've interviewed, Portugal has become a crypto hub. A lot of builders are there. I was blown away, and I heard from many founders and CEOs that I interviewed, and it's kind of like this mini Silicon Valley for crypto, so pretty cool. Here's another quote: by connecting our payments networks in Portugal and Brazil, we are facilitating faster, more cost-effective cross-border payments while strengthening the economic bridge between these two major markets. Huge news if you're an XRP holder, and Ripple continues to expand their network. Like I said, haters are punching air right now because they can't stand the facts, right? And the fact that the XRP token has been doing so well, a lot of people are not happy, guys. But look, we're not here for emotions. We're here to make money. All right, now let's move.
So we're definitely here to make money. Sith Lord, are you still buying BTM? Are you still buying XRP? Yes. XDC, no. XEN, no. XML, no. I did have XCN, but I might switch back to XDC, and I've been buying RLUSD, so the Ripple stable coin. I don't know. I might check back into um XDC because I bought the what is that XCL and then it kind of crashed. So I don't know. What is XDC though? XDC. Oh, yeah, I'm watching that. Let me see. So again, I don't really talk about anything that I'm not either investing in or researching. So I might. I don't know. I don't know. I might. I don't know. XL was it XCN is down. It's been down 26%. So it's been down pretty tough. So I don't know. I know I bought it with Uphold. Uphold had a 5% discount or something with one of the rewards. So I bought some of it then, but I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Uh, to complement your XRP, should you go with XDC or XLM or XCN? So XCN, XLM, or XDC. Of the three, what do you think best complements XRP? So that was Bitcoin. Da, da, da. I remember. Oh yeah, I was listening to that earlier. Price prediction wasn't great. Let's go back to In Cash and see what he has to say about the upcoming squeeze.
Or bounce back from the lows. For example, Litecoin is up about 12.5% on the 1 day, but if we look at the 7 day or even the 1 month, right? The 1 month is a little bit more clearer here, but if we zoom out, we can see that these things are just bouncing back off of these lows that we saw back in roughly the beginning of the month. So now, as we really kind of anticipate these charts to actually officially have their breakout, that's going to take us to the next level, which will ultimately be the next wave up, followed by a potential retest of a nice support zone before the next big move to retest the 2021 all-time highs. Very similar to, these moves back here where it's kind of like steps to the upside. That's exactly what we are watching right now. We're just watching the beginning stages of that on majority of these charts. Now, again, when it comes to like XRP, for example, XRP only up about roughly like 1.6% today. This is the 7 day and this is the 1 month. Again, these altcoins, most of them are still down significantly from their previous highs, and they're just waiting, right? They're waiting for something to happen. Here's the 1 year on HBAR. Here's the 1 year on Algorand. Here's the 1 year on even SUI. I mean, we're just kind of chopping against those lows, waiting for a big bounce back, but that's not going to happen until we start to see Bitcoin playing, its role here. And that role is to actually break over the previous highs. So mainly what we want to do is take out 100K. Regaining 100K will be a big step in the right direction. After that, we move above 105K. Then we move above 110K. Like 110K is the target on the upward swing to create a new higher high, but also all-time high. Now, outside of Bitcoin, like I said, the top 500 is witnessing some nice strong gains. We are seeing some nice gains across the board. For example, like Solo, doing very well today. Last 24 hours up about almost 27%. Corium also up about 3%. Again, some of these altcoins, they are making good gains. Like Sologenic has been doing very good. If we look at the 1 month though, I mean, this is what I mean, right? Like this is what I'm trying to, tell you guys is like most of these gains that we're seeing, like when we think about XRP right now, it's very easy to say, well, XRP is doing absolutely nothing on the last like 7 days or even the last 1 month. and we look at these altcoins like, Sologenic in the last 7 days or even the last 1 day up 27%, we're like, well, why isn't XRP moving like that? Well, if you zoom out, you can kind of see that these altcoins are still down significantly. I mean, even XRP, it's down about 2.4%, but Solo's down about 15.28%, which this is why it's a top gainer in the last 24 hours. So we still need Bitcoin to do its thing, followed by Ethereum taking the lead. Here we have Bitcoin's chart. Now, I told you guys yesterday, I told you guys in the update yesterday that we want to hold this low. We don't want to lose this 89 point roughly 3K. We didn't really target it at all in the last day. I mean, we got as low as like 94.8K. This caused a little bit of panic, right? Like a lot of people were kind of like, all right, well, that's it. This is the move. We're going to target, 91K, and then, we're going to target this low. But as you guys can see, nothing really happened. This is our additional low, followed by, of course, our low here. So we're starting to see some nice, higher lows being formed here, and I can kind of fix this a little bit. We're starting to see some nice higher lows being created here on the Bitcoin price chart. What I personally would love to see is some nice higher highs. Okay. And, like I said, we do have to take out 100K first, which is this nice wick here that we rejected off of, right? You guys can kind of see how strong this area is to really kind of bounce over. We need to clear 100K. After we clear 100, K, you could argue that 102K is the next big level, because we even see it back here in like the beginning of January. It did kind of fight it a bit, even back here before the upward swing to like 108K back in the middle of December. We're kind of fighting this level. So we could argue that this is also another level that we need to clear. And then after that, there's some resistance up here around like 105K or so, but the ultimate goal here is just clearing the previous highs. So we want to take out the high from, the last previous high, before this January 20th candle. But this is the full focus. Anywhere up here, we're going to start to see a lot of resistance, right? Like this is where most of the resistance really is. And I know it's a big gap, right? Like this is a big gap area, but this is what we really want to clear. All of these other additional highs down here, like, these are significant levels. There's significant resistance there, but the main goal is just clearing these previous highs. So far, structure-wise on Bitcoin, though, it's looking pretty good. I mean, we have on this chart where we have actually closed right around roughly 96.4K. So we're holding this as support, which is very good to see, because we held it as support back here as well in the middle of December. We held it back here in the beginning of December, the end of November. So far, this is our strong support area. We do not want to lose this. We want to maintain these lows. We don't want to lose these lows. We don't want to go lower than these lows. And if we actually look at this, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 daily candles where we actually closed at around the 96.4K roughly zone. So this is now going to be basically our floor. We don't want to lose this. If anything, we could chop here for a little bit of time. I'm totally fine with that before we get that continuation to the upside, where we do, potentially reject from, resistance back down to this level, chop a little bit before we continue upward. It doesn't really matter, right? The whole focus here is just maintaining bullish structure. And so far, Bitcoin has a lot of bullish structure formed here, which is very good to see. But like I said, along with Bitcoin, we want to see Ethereum do its thing. And you guys might be saying, well, why are we talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum when, you have XRP, you have H4, you have Algorand, and all these altcoins in the, title? It's because in order for all of these altcoins, in order for the entire, altcoin market to do very well, we need Bitcoin and Ethereum to do its thing. It's the phases of alt season that we are following here. Now, one thing that I will ask all of you out there watching, whenever we see a significant sell-off in this market, what's the biggest argument for it? Why did it happen? We always hear Wall Street is manipulating the market. That's what we always hear. Ethereum is trading at levels that we have yet to see since going all the way back here to the beginning of November, prior to the substantial run-up on Bitcoin and on XRP and on most of the altcoin market. Ethereum also wicked to lows that we haven't seen since going back to September of 2024. I say this because Ethereum is extremely undervalued, in my opinion. It's oversold, it's undervalued, and during this time, okay, check this out. Breaking Ethereum. Speculators have built the largest Ethereum short position in history. Guys, when I look at this, combined with the fact that Ethereum is oversold, it's undervalued, all I can think about is massive short squeeze incoming. That means that if this does happen, Ethereum could quickly move over 53% to clear the March highs and quickly target the all-time highs from 2021, which would be an 82% move from here. But I don't believe that that's where it's going to stop, considering the fact that this is a massive amount of short positions. And if these start to get liquidated, it's going to be a cascading event. At the same exact time, what am I focused on? Ethereum dominance that just hit a low going all the way back to May of 2020. This chart is waiting for a substantial reversal. If I showed you this chart on the inverted scale, you would be saying this thing looks topped out and it looks ready to crash massively. But that's the thing. If we reinvert it, it's technically a pump to the upside. I'm expecting Ethereum to soon take the lead in this market over Bitcoin. And talking more so about that, Bitcoin dominance, the big thing that I've been mentioning over the last couple of days is the fact that I do believe that this thing is at or close to its top. And the reason why I say that is look at the daily chart right now. Look at how we're chopping here. Let's go all the way back here to 2021. Guys, the initial top for Bitcoin dominance was very similar to this, right? Where we kind of chopped, we had another move to the upside, and then this was our topping point for Bitcoin dominance around January 3rd of 2021 before it completely sold off. Now, there was a lot of chop within this before it did completely, sell off in a massive way, but I do believe that we are in that stage where momentum is dying down for Bitcoin dominance, and I do believe that Ethereum is about to take the lead. I am watching this level closely that we're kind of trading on, 61.5%, because this is major resistance. And we could technically move this up just slightly. This is major resistance that has now been flipped into support. We lose this on Bitcoin dominance, and I do believe that this thing sells off in a big way to at least retarget a supply zone. That supply zone is down here at around like 59, 58%. So that's going to be a pretty big drop if Bitcoin is going to continue to 100K plus, because this is roughly a 4 to almost 5% of a total drop on Bitcoin dominance. That's enough to actually push altcoins significantly higher, which does mean that XRP and HBAR and Algorand and SUI, all these charts will most likely be retargeting their previous highs on these charts. And in that case, XRP, $3.30 some cents. In terms of HBAR, it's about 40 cents. SUI, let's go back to SUI. It's about roughly $5.24. Algorand, it's about roughly 51.5 cents. So again, these altcoins have a lot of upside, potential right now. But the big thing to focus on is still Bitcoin dominance. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, yes, I did update the Discord. I updated the Discord regarding how everything is coiled up. Because if we look at Bitcoin, listen, Bitcoin is coiled up. If we look at the 3-day, this thing is just waiting for a substantial move to the upside. Ethereum is also coiled up on the macro, as you guys can see. Like if we zoom out on this thing is just doing sideways, chop in a substantial way. Listen, to the upside, this is like an 89.9, let's just say it 90%, right? It's a 90% move to the upside. It's roughly a 47, 48% move to the downside. So if we're thinking about that, right, Ethereum has been chopping within this range for a bit of time, and it's not like a small chop zone. No, this thing is a substantial, chop zone, but it's just been waiting for something to happen, right? We're doing this on a macro, stage, waiting for something like this, where Ethereum finally does break out. And when we think about that, right, we look at the rest of the financial markets. We look at the S&P 500, which is also chopping right now. It's in a nice zigzag pattern here where it's kind of doing this sideways, waiting to break over those all-time highs. Same with the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is in a very similar position where it's just chopping diagonally, waiting for that move over the previous all-time highs. And even the Dow Jones is in a little bit of a different, pattern. But again, we're still chopping against all-time highs here, waiting for the big break. So everything is kind of coiled up against resistance, just waiting to break over it. And if we're thinking about that with those short positions on Ethereum, with how Bitcoin dominance looks right now, I would argue that alt season is still brewing right now in the, back end. And we're just waiting for that short squeeze to happen on Ethereum, which does push it significantly higher, usurping a lot of dominance away from Bitcoin. And while Ethereum is doing that, I do suspect that a lot of altcoins are going to move tremendously to the upside, because while Bitcoin dominance does drop, while Ethereum takes the lead, I also think that, Bitcoin is going to start to move above 100K plus, retargeting 100 and almost 10K, and then going to 120K plus. And during that entire time, like I said, that should be our alt season. That should be the biggest wave of this cycle. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Shout out to Nick and Ncast Official. But thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. A lot of good information today about XRP. So let me know if you guys want to keep doing the XRP nightly and if you want to go later or earlier with the timing. But either way, thanks for joining. It's your main man BTM signing out. And remember, let's get back to the money, guys. And as always, stay dangerous. Miner out.